Hey, what's up, Matthew? I know I told you I would get you this in the morning, but I wanted to go ahead and get it done for you this evening so I can box it up in the morning. All right, so this is a demo video for you for your High Sun Saber, which was a collaboration between Tearfon Orbital, Tim over there, and Leon over at Jaws Junkyard. All right, so let's go over my desk. I will show you the brass chassis that I designed for you, how to use it, and then I will get this out in the mail to you. Thanks, man. All right, Matthew, let's go over your Jawas Junkyard and Tearfon Orbital High Sun. Very, very cool saber. I also really like the wrap that you put on it. Feels very comfortable. It goes with the saber. This is a one-button setup, so your one switch is right here, and it's part of the handle, all right? You've got a KR Sabers lit PCB in there. You had asked me to do a brass chassis for this guy. Thank you for your patience. Let's open this up real quick. All right. When you screw this off, of course, like I said, your switch is part of your handle. So all that's going to come off as one unit. Okay. Put this off to the side, sir. And this is the chassis that I designed for you. So you've got a Proffie V3, easily accessible from right here. It's at an angle. So you just come in here with a pair of tweezers, pull that SD card out, put it back in, copy the config file on the SD card, and easy access to your USB-C. I actually programmed the board from here to make sure that it works, so you shouldn't have any problem with that. There is your one switch, that tactile switch. Just some brass greebly work right here. I do have several tubes, so this tube goes from the speaker all the way down. This particular tube actually is what carries the speaker wires. All right. You got a small tube here that does carry the wires for the single pixel accent for the main crystal, which is right here. And then you have back-to-back 6-pixel LED strips in this area right here. And I don't know if you can see that, but I made that like a baffling in there. You'll see some nice shine through there here in a second. All right. That's what it looks like up close. Try to put lots of detail in there for you. So hopefully this is something that, you know, that you enjoy when you get it in person. So this part was really cool. You know, I didn't know if it would come out right with the speaker, or I'm sorry, with the design rather, because I've got all those arms kind of like arching out, and that's kind of what is grabbing the speaker and holds it steady, but that came out very nice. So I had Cal over at KR Sabers print this chassis for me. He offers some brass work, right? Like he prints in brass. So I've been going to him for all of my designs. I've just switched to him completely. All the stuff that I send him comes out very nice. He also did the SLS prints for me, so the black pieces that you see here. All right. You had asked me to make this a removable chassis. I told you I didn't think I'd be able to. This is a removable chassis, though. It's not meant to come out really. I made it removable just in case there needs to be maintenance. All right. So I didn't come through and adhese the chassis into the Saber at all. There's really no chassis retention anywhere. What I did is I spent some time when I was designing this guy to make sure I had a pretty tight, press fit into the Saber. So this thing's not going to move or come out unless you really grab onto this, and twist and pull it out. Don't do that. There's really no need for that. I did that just so in case in the future, if something needs, like some maintenance needs to happen to this guy or the battery or something, this is able to be taken out. All right. If I had adhesed that down, it'd be in a world of hurt. So it is removable technically, but you don't need to do that. All right, switching over here, you have your kill switch, and you have a 1.3 millimeter recharge port. So this is a brand new battery. When you get this guy, you're gonna wanna give it a charge. All right, let's flip this on. Turn that light off. So I've got each of these doing a little something different. This is doing a bit of a kit scanner in this baffling right here. And of course, this is just pulsing on and off for the top until we turn the Saber on. This ramps up fast, and then this will go to matching the blade, all right? You have a yellow unstable for this particular setup. Just hold it down and turn it off. 28 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, all right? Come over here. You do have an O-ring on this Saber because you need it. So, it came with it, but it's something that's needed, right? I've got one of these empty sitting on my shelf. It has an O-ring as well. You just keep coming over here and screwing this on until you feel it getting pretty tight. Now, if you really wanted to, so this is about it. It's something that you'll get a feel for. If you really wanted to, you could keep cranking on this handle until you tightened it. But if you did that, the switch would be about in this region somewhere. You don't want that. So that's why you got the O-ring. Just make sure when you stop, it's lined up with this screw right here. Hit power. One button setup, so blaster bolts is just tapping. If you want blade lockup, do a double tap, but hold it down on the second tap. I forgot to bring my Allen key with me, but let's put a blade in. I can just hold it in there for you. This is set for a 1-inch diameter blade, so I'll just hold it in there. Blade lock up. If you want to play your soundtrack, do a quick double tap. All right, you can do another quick double tap to turn that off, just like that. All right, so when we're done, we simply want to take the handle off and flip that kill switch. Very cool saber. I think I want to get this chassis and put it into mine. So let's turn this guy on. Come over here and flip the switch and it kills power. All right, so that's, sir. This is a fingerprint magnet. I will be sure to wipe this off before I send it to you. But that is how you work your Hi-Sun, which was a collaboration between Tirfon Orbital and Jawa's Junkyard with Leon over at Jawa's Junkyard doing the actual saber run. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. Everything looks good to you. I'll go ahead and I'll get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, man.